Hello and welcome to our first impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. Today we're taking a look at a game I've been wanting to get my hands on for a while. It's called Firefall. It is a third-person shooter, sci-fi style game. It's been in closed beta for a while. They just recently did an open beta weekend. You just sign up, go see if you can get someone to give you a weekend invite. A lot of websites had hundreds or thousands of invites to go, so then you get in and you can play the whole weekend. I expect they'll be doing more of this in the future. It is a free-to-play game, but if you also want to get guaranteed access, you can go to the Firefall website and just become a founding member. You buy a little microtransaction, you get guaranteed access. You're seeing we're making a character. Got the traditional FPS-style classes. I'm going to play an engineer. So means I'm going to be summoning turrets. This doesn't have the usual leveling system that a lot of MMOs have, where you have a level, you gain XP, you level up. It's got a skill tree we're actually not going to get to see. I couldn't find the skill tree area while I was playing, and actually I found out later it's where you die at, where you res after you die. But you gain experience and then you put points into skills as you level. So you don't really gain levels, you gain experience and use the experience. Kind of almost got that feel that I had from playing Age of Wushu. Only this game's been in the works for a while, and since it's a shooter style game, you can see PvP is going to be a thing. You do have, well, you can kind of fly around a little bit, but we have a jump pack. We'll see that when we get into the game itself. This is my first time loading the game up, so load time's a little longer. It's not, I think this is actually the longest one's ever going to be. Do you like the music? And the art style does remind me of Borderlands, which I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 2 lately, so kind of a fan of that. Third person means over-the-shoulder type combat, which usually I am a little better with. There is a bit of a story and some quests, but we're going to skip the cutscene and get into the action. Alright, here we go. We landed in our ship. We're on this town, and there's my jump pack. You can see the map does show the areas you've explored. You actually have to go and unlock areas as you play. You can't just see the entire map, but you have to kind of download parts of it at a time. Also, as you play, you can get resources which can modify your class in the future. I think you can also craft new items too later, but this is a very open world style game. It's not nearly the traditional MMO. It's got all kinds of elements that are using older systems like leveling and experience and upgrades like that, and a bunch of new ones. Ooh, got a bit of a sound error. We'll just kind of fast forward. There we go. Game's in beta. Make sure you go ahead and report any bugs to the developers. That's half the point, is testing it out. So now that we're back in game, we're going to go ahead and try to jump on. You can see you have a limited amount of fuel, and it regens slowly while you're landed, so you can't just fly everywhere.
That valve is venting badly. Hurry, see if you can shut it off.
The questing is fairly intuitive. It takes you to the right area. A lot of games will give you like an outline part of the map where you can do your objective in this area. This one more leaves you a trigger spot. If you go to the spot, it'll trigger probably a cutscene or some sort of audio cue, and from there you can go ahead and find what you need to find. Be careful if you're in deep water. You will take damage over time just from water. Also, the engineer does summon turrets. By default, one will shoot off a turret. You can summon two, and then there's a cooldown to summon future ones. If you die, it's not the end of the world. You just kind of will res up in a few seconds. Someone can also pick you up and dust you off too, but so I can call for help. There's no one nearby. Be careful. The combat in this game is not overly hard, but the monsters in this game are no joke. You can get overwhelmed and die quickly. Also, be careful. There is fall damage there. You can use your jump pack, or like I said, a glider to prevent some of the damage, but just keep that in mind. You see those little globes on the ground. You can drop health, you can drop resources. I think they're called crystal or something like that. And then you can also get ammo. You don't have unlimited ammo. And I have two weapons. You can hit Q to swap between. This is my secondary weapon. I actually kind of like this one more. The kind of machine gun style weapon you can zoom on by hitting right click, and it'll go into zoom mode, and then you can hit right click to get out of it. This one actually just kind of shoots a quick pulse if you right click. We're gonna go and try to res this guy. I don't suppose he's a medic and can heal me a little bit because I'm hurting. There's my turret, although I probably fired at the wrong spot. Got chosen. These guys are humanoid NPCs. They are nasty. If you don't have a group, or if you're not ready, you're going to be in trouble, especially if you find a whole pack of them. Can't say I got a bit of a Scottish accent. Yeah. I don't do voices, sorry. You can see a health right here. Now we're going to kind of see what's happening. You see I took damage right there. You got to be careful. Don't be in deep water. All these kinds of electronics and robotics on me. I'm sure it's zapping me. So I'm not really gripped to these guys. I'm just going to kind of follow them around because they seem to know what they're... Whoa, dear. I don't think anyone's going to res me out here. Well, the water isn't that deep, but... I think I wouldn't be surprised if this is kind of toxic or just dangerous in general. So you can see you can refill at those stations, hit this, and then hit space to glide. There we go. So kind of like Far Cry 3 with the glider, this one you do too. Can be good way to fast travel back to where you're going. Just don't land in deep water like that, because that was bad. You can see I'm taking lots of damage. That was a mistake. 250 a second, in fact. So I'm kind of struggling with figuring out the progression system in this game. It's, I wouldn't say not intuitive, it's just a little bit different than what I'm used to. But different can be good. I just gotta kind of mess with it a little bit more. I'm actually thinking about getting the founding member and just trying it out, and maybe we'll do some more content in the future. But this is a game I definitely suggest, especially for free-to-play. This is a pretty good-looking title that's coming out in the future. They're offering a lot for a free-to-play model. Like the game, check it out, it's called Firefall. It's currently in the closed beta. You can get guaranteed access by becoming a founding member, or just wait for beta weekends. They seem to be coming out a little bit now, and they're probably going to be coming out more in the future. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more of this MMO play, and a turret to deal with all these bugs. Oh, good, I got some help coming.